Hello everyone, and welcome to day number 54 of your daily Chafetz Chaim. Today we continue with the 6th chapter of the laws of Lashon Hara. The Chafetz Chaim writes in halacha number 5. Now we will return to that which we were discussing earlier, that even listening to Lashon Hara is biblically prohibited. That means to go and listen. But if you sit with a group of people, and they gathered for whatever reason, meaning not to speak Lashon Hara, and they then, in middle of the gathering, they started speaking negatively of others. And this person realizes what's going on, and he assesses that his words of rebuke to them, telling them to stop speaking negatively of others, will not be listened to and will not help at all. And then it depends, says the Chafetz Chaim. If he is able to get up and leave the group, then he is absolutely required to do so. If that's not an option, he needs to put his fingers in his ears and pay no attention, do not listen at all to what they are saying. And by doing so, that is a tremendous mitzvah, as the Gemara tells us in the tractate Ksubos. However, if he is unable to get out and leave the group, and he knows of himself that he simply will not possess the strength to put his fingers in his ears, as he will be belittled for doing that, and he knows that he simply will not do that, then he has to do his best to, and I'm translating here what the Chafetz Chaim says, to strengthen himself and enthusiastically defend his life during this difficult time, and to fight the war of Hashem with his Yetzer Hara, in order that he should not be caught in this sin of speaking Lashon Hara and hearing it and accepting it. And therefore the Chafetz Chaim says you need to have three things that need to be careful of during this situation, which you cannot get out of, and they are as follows. Number one, you should make up your mind positively that you will not believe anything negative about anyone else that comes in this conversation. Number two, you should not be happy about this, and you should not be agreeing with the fact that this is going on at all. And number three, you should also strengthen yourself that you will not show any form of consent to what they are saying, not showing any movement or anything that can possibly show that you are agreeing to what is being said. Rather, you should sit like a rock, a stone, immobile, and not listening to what they're saying at all. And if there's any way that you can actually show them a negative face, showing that you disagree and disapprove of what's going on, and that they shouldn't be talking this way, then that will certainly be the best thing to do under the circumstances. The Chafetz Chaim continues in halacha number 6. And in which case is this being discussed? This is if at the time that you sat down, they weren't already speaking Lashon Hara. And there's also no way for you to get out of the group now that it has already begun. However, if at the time that you wanted to sit down, you realize that they were already speaking Lashon Hara, or that if you're able to get out of the group once they start speaking Lashon Hara and you don't, or if you know these people and you recognize that these are the kinds of people that are probably going to be speaking Lashon Hara, and you still go sit down with them, and even if you don't assist them in any way and you don't approve of what they're saying, nevertheless, just by going, that is considered negligence, and you have been in violation of the command of our sages that say to avoid groups of people who are speaking Lashon Hara. And obviously, if you intend to listen to what they're saying, then the sin is too great to bear, and through that, a person will be inscribed in the books on high as a person who is an evil, wicked person, and a Baal Lashon Hara, a person who is a speaker of Lashon Hara. As it says in Pirkei Rabbi Elazar, as we mentioned in the introduction to all of this, that Rabbi Elazar Hagadol told his son Hyrcanus, "My son, do not sit with the groups of people who speak badly of others, because when the words go up to heaven, they are written down in a book, and all who are present at the time are inscribed as the group of evil people and the Baalei Lashon Hara, those who are the Lashon Hara people. And therefore, a person needs to distance themselves very much from a group of evildoers such as these."